Welcome back to Fox 9 Good Day.
A survey from the AARP is highlighting the differences between men and women when it comes to their finances and retirement.
Yeah, worries about the future of personal finances and the economy are more prevalent for women compared to men. So what's behind the divide? Cathy McLeer is the director for the Minnesota chapter of the AARP. She joins us in studio with some insight. Good morning. Very important topic.
Yeah,
today.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Let's start with rising costs. It's obviously at the top of mind for all of us right now. It doesn't matter your age group, but you say women are kind of looking ahead to the future more when it comes to this.
Right, and I think this survey really points to how important that is. More than 50% of women who responded to this survey said that they feel less financially secure than they did a year ago, and fewer than half responded that they are not sure they're going to be able to live comfortably in retirement. And rising costs are certainly a very big part of it. And when you think about making sure that your savings last as long as you do, that becomes a real concern.
It's quite the game you're playing in your mind. You plan for life that you don't know how long will be and what will come your way. So if women are expressing more concern, what's with the divide? Did you guys look into that at all?
Yeah, so there's a few factors, right?
Okay.
So first of all, women live longer than men typically. And throughout our lifetimes, women typically earn less than men, right? So that gives us fewer opportunities to put larger amounts into our 401k. Maybe we don't have access to pensions. If we earn less over our lifetime, that means we're contributing less to Social Security. So we know that the average Social Security check for Minnesotans who are over the age of 65 is around $2,000 a month. Women are a couple $100s less than that. And if you're a woman of color, it's even less. And so when you start factoring in all of those things, also when you think about women, we might take a step out of the workplace to raise our kids, or maybe we're providing care for our older parents or an aging spouse. All of those things that take us out of that workforce, take us away from our earning years, really inhibits our ability to save for the long term.
So short-term finances versus long-term finances, while we're on this topic, did the survey learn anything about our attitudes toward one or the other and whether they're different?
Yeah, I think that the thing that people are most concerned about right now are those day-to-day expenses, the rising cost of groceries, those types of things. Healthcare is always a huge concern. And so what the survey found is that women are cutting back, they're delaying care, which as we know can lead to longer-term health concerns. They might be cutting back on prescriptions or not taking a prescription. And we know that if you don't take your prescriptions, they don't work and they don't keep you healthy. And so these are all things, or even taking on debt, right? If you have to have, if you don't have enough in savings and you have a very expensive medical procedure, you might have to take on debt to take care of that health concern. And all of that leads to not just financial stress, but it leads to emotional stress. And none of us need more stress in our life right now.
No, absolutely. You found too in this was another big factor was that caregiving, and women 50 to 64, they're kind of in a really unique spot right now.
Right, so Minnesota in general, we have about 530,000 unpaid family caregivers. A very large percentage of those are women. So often the women in the household, whether it's a daughter or a wife, we're taking on that responsibility of caring for our loved ones. And so that caregiving piece becomes really important. And if you're, towards the younger end of that spectrum, you might still have kids that are in school. And so you're taking care of your kids, you're taking care of your parents. You're often spending your own money out of pocket to take care of those older parents. And so those become real challenges and real barriers to that long-term savings. If you're worried about those day-to-day budgets, how are you saving for the long term?
Right. Oh my gosh, all things we're worried about now in the last year especially. Those worries have picked up. Cathy McLeer with the AARP, thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate you bringing us that insight.
All right.